2, 1. We should be live on the YouTube side now as well, so we should be good. How's everyone doing? Hopefully everyone's doing fantastic today. I do have some unfortunate news for the Star World fans, anyone around. I could not do the Star World stream today. So I was trying to log in to Star World after doing dailies. I was doing some other stuff in some like Wuthering Waves, for example, which honestly I probably could have done that as well, but we just have a lot that we need to do and catch up on. But the primary thing, like the most important thing, was just trying to get that Star World story up to date. Unfortunately, at least for me, Hoyo servers are down, so I couldn't log into the game for essentially about an hour now, and I still couldn't log in. So I just had to, decide, okay, I could just decide between one or the other, and I decided, you know what, let me go ahead and just do Wiz, because there are a couple side things that I wanted to finish. Of course, there are some secret bosses that I wanted to solo, in Aquila. Obviously, you got Cronus, Gladiator, and then the Octopus thing, which that should be really interesting. However, I also might as well do a little bit of spell weaving, get that stuff out the way as well. I did actually get myself equipped with the Blade of Fell Titan. I also have myself Alpha and Omega Ring, even though technically I didn't beat the secret bosses. I mean, I think that beating Tartarus is more than enough as a qualification for being able to transfer this gear over. Because, yeah, Tartarus was interesting, to say the least. I don't know how I'll do it on my ice. I think for my ice, I might just go with a healing build. Definitely, buff up quite a bit, go for a relatively strong AoE, but I think I might need to go with a somewhat tankier, but more importantly, a healing type build. That way I can be pretty much good for my sustainability, since I won't be able to rely on drains like I did on my death. Easiest class in the game, hardy hard, we get it. But yeah, it was pretty fun. It was a lot more difficult than I would have anticipated, but overall, everything went pretty smoothly nevertheless, so pretty happy about that. Honestly, I think that the only reason why it ended up being relatively harder than it should be is probably due to deck failing. Deck failing was definitely a big thing that really messed me up, but we got through that, so that's all that matters. And I've been learning some new things as well. For example, I totally forgot. I think Monster Mash, Path A, for example, might actually be pretty good. Since you're getting, essentially, I believe, 130%, not 30%, that would be insane. But an 130 damage buff per weakness that's being gambited. So that's actually pretty good. I'll probably use this a lot more often in comparison to this one. But there are some situations where I might use this one over the other one. I think during the Hades battle, that would have been one of those situations where I would have used Path A, but there are other situations, I'm not gonna lie, kind of nice stitch, by the way, I know I'm getting off topic, but there are some situations where I will probably use the other version. I also realized that we have some training point quests as well that I haven't finished for some reason, 2. It's not bad, but we got 2. So yeah, that's the plan for today. Let's see. Do I have everything on? Yes, everything should be on right now. That should be great. Let's see. Let's take a look here. So we need to... What is this? Alright, we already got this one. Defeat, Shakes O'Larry. Shakes O'Larry, and then defeat, 30 O'Larry Prowlers. I gotta look this up, even though I've done it before, because I'm a fake whizhead. I don't remember all this by heart. Let's see. Shakes O'Larry. Isn't this one of the side quest dudes? Or is this a main dude? Chelsea Court, Shakes Clock Tower. Okay. I'm gonna assume maybe not a side boss, but we'll find out when we get there. Hopefully everyone's doing well though. I thought this was actually a good opportunity to get some of the side stuff done, because I really want to start next time on this series by actually doing Chrysalis. I was gonna say Darkmoor again, but yeah, most definitely Chrysalis is gonna be a really big deal. According to this though, he is located in Chelsea Court. which I believe is this way, right? And Digglemore Station? We're not going to Digglemore Station for some reason. Digglemore Station, right here. Gotta go around. Yeah. Okay, cool. But yeah, get this weaving out the way. It's gonna be nice though. It's gonna be a great time getting this stuff going through. I wonder when I begin to learn some negative auras though, because like honestly, that might be pretty useful for the Jolter guys. We'll see, we'll see. I gotta drink water. That's good. He's around, chat. He's around. This is excellent news. Very excellent news. I don't think we need all that much, so we should be fine. I think just to be on the safe side, maybe... Okay, I do have the quest equipped, so we should be fine. Also, I might put the volume up for this. Yeah, this is like, what, rank 2, I think? So yeah, we got rank 3 and then the final rank, and then we're done. Okay, maybe I should make the deck smaller. This is a little much. Note to self, make sure it's a 7 spell deck. That way you can actually always pull what you need. That's always the deal. You don't really need anything too fancy. Just one spell should do the trick. Yeah, don't you see how boring this is? Like, listen, I gotta showcase it to the world out here. Like, how boring doing this is. But, like, the stuff that it can do can be relatively useful depending on what you want, right? And it does open up doors to some dual schooling gameplay, but at the same time, it's like... It's such a grind. If you want to do the dual schooling stuff, it's such a grind. And sure, I don't really mind the grind all that much, but man, this one is just boring. Like, imagine, you have to basically go all the way towards the beginning, essentially. The beginning of your journey. Like 50 billion times. Just so you can actually get yourself an opportunity to try out some of the new stuff. Like, it's just busy work. I don't like busy work. Busy work is just very, very boring. We get enough of it already questing. I also really think that they didn't really do a great job in teaching you some of the magic wheel stuff. Like, they did a great introduction, but that's the problem. The problem is that it was just the introduction, right? And that's great that, like, you're giving people an idea of what certain things are. Like, knowing what the gambit is actually very important, so I'm really glad they introduced it. But you also gotta keep in mind, like, every school is vastly different, and instead of just trying to, you know, ease the player into learning about the identities that they have now with the Rochambeau, or as they like to call now, the magic wheel system, it's literally just kind of like, oh hey, here's a card, you should probably use this thing, and then that's it. Or like, hey, I have to let the minion destroy the enemies. And that's like it. Like, there's really nothing to it. It's just the fact that you could just kind of AoE your way through it until at the very end. It's like when you try to capture a Pokemon, for example. I forgot to fix my deck, but it's like when you try to like catch a Pokemon, you don't want to kill it, right? So you try to get it as low as possible to like raise your chances, essentially, of catching it. That's what you're doing, essentially. But you're not capturing anything. You're just doing the chore. It's just like, no. Then you're given like extra chores by just doing random stuff that, like, in reality there's no purpose of it. It doesn't really give you anything in terms of learning what the magic wheel is supposed to be and what makes every school special within the magic wheel. Another thing as well is like, honestly, I think balance kind of sucks, low-key. I mean, like, again, I'm not talking about in PvP, because I think in PvP, to my knowledge, based on what I've been hearing from a lot of the PvP player base, a lot of the reason as to why balance is like really good is because of how their spells weren't necessarily updated with the DPP in mind of making balance not super strong. Because apparently spells like Judgment, which I could definitely see why, is doing way too much damage for what it's worth in PvP, so that's definitely an edge that's given to balance that's pretty significant. It's the same thing with writing the skills as well, that I've heard. It's just insanely strong damage-wise, that countering it is pretty difficult considering it's a multi-hit, but it's not only just the fact that it's a multi-hit, but it doesn't really take into consideration all that much the damage that it does with the multi-hit, which is what makes it like it's what makes the spell extremely OP. But I rarely hear that it has to do anything with the damage, not the damage, but rather the Rochambeau stuff that they have. It's usually always damage based when it comes to balance, from what I've been hearing. And also, I don't really PvP anymore. Like, I haven't for the longest time, so I can't really make a definitive comment about it as to how I feel about it. But I do know, as a PvE player for now, I really just find balance as in a really odd place. They have some pretty cool stuff, sure, but I think it's definitely way too in the line of like the Beastman identity that they have, and sure, that's like every school right now, but some work better than others, and balance is just not one of them. I feel like balance could definitely benefit a lot more from the ecosystem if it were to just reverse the roles of what happens first, right? If balance was to do the ecosystem first and then does the damage, I think that would definitely benefit them a lot more, and it will definitely help balance a lot more when it comes towards the idea of pressure. They were supposed to be like the pace setters school, essentially. They were once the pace setter school. Now I don't even know what they do, I'll be real. But even in PvE, right, that would definitely make things a little bit useful, because now you can have like a bajillion blades for yourself, or you can have like a bajillion shields for yourself. However, because of that, you also need to take into consideration that, well, now it's being used in the sense of like momentum, right? Doing two things for with one action type of thing. And with that being said, you will have to decrease the damage value, right? Which I feel like wouldn't be that big of a deal. But as it stands, right, from what I've seen, a lot of like their echo spells are like after the damage. So in the PvE sense, probably won't be using it. Let me see. Hopefully, okay, it is counting towards the thing. Nice. You probably won't be using it just because like a lot of the time, you're gonna rather use the spell as a finisher, or like a quick way to like defeat minions like super fast. Especially considering that the echo relies on the ally, or not the ally, but rather the target to still be alive to apply it because of the order. And that's a little unfortunate. That's why I think making a spell like the Aquila spell that I talked about in my recent video, if you want to check it out, rating all the Aquila spells in the sense of potential viability in PvE, which again, that is based on my opinion. I play a little bit different from how many other people will usually play the game, and I try to, you know, have some fun, make some new stuff with some of the Rochambeau spells that are like right now available, right? But like the spells like the balance one, I think that one's just really difficult to make good, because the mechanic itself just isn't all there. Like, I think they'll definitely get a little bit more use in PvP, but like the question is by how much, and is it actually that valuable considering that you're just gonna suffer from the ping pong effect a lot more so. But I don't know, that remains to be seen. Definitely gotta sell some stuff too. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I think so far my least favorite has been life weaving. Ice might be a close second. I don't know what is it with the life weaving. That one was just a pain. I don't know why. It was just a pain in the butt for me. Storm hasn't been all too bad so far. We'll see how it is for rank 3 though. I think that's like the most important thing is rank 3. But yeah, I think my least favorite so far has been life. Yo, what's up, Chicago man? How you doing? How you doing? Yippee! All right, well, we need to fight some prowlers now. I'm a fake wizhead. I don't even know what they are. I just fight them, bro. That's all I do. I just fight them. Alright, they're located in... Wow, I have to walk all the way to the other side. We gotta go to Knight's Court now. Which is in the complete other side of Marleybone. Doing good, scripting bits and some shit. Dude, honestly, I need to do the same. I think my next Wiz video... I have 2 videos in mind I want to make. I want to make. Probably talking about, like, balance. Because I really do want to talk about balance. Before you say anything, I do have a balance. Not a max balance, but I do have a balance that has been going through it. You know, I got a 152 balance. It's not maxed out yet, but if I put my mind into it, I should be able to do it because I'm literally doing, like, life weaving. I'm an Oasis weaver. You know, like my buddy Niles. You know, he's just chilling with the coconut. But yeah, I do have, like, the Oasis amplified. That way I can actually, you know, not struggle on every balance boss known to man. But I'll get around to it. Your balance is higher up than mine! Yeah! That's right! I don't know. I think it's because he used to be a PvP wizard. All of my PvP wizards, I think he was a PvP wizard. He was a PvP wizard. This was a PvP wizard. This was a PvP wizard, but legendary. This was also a PvP wizard. And then, like that's it. Like, I used to have a lot of PvP wizards. I think this one was getting ready for PvP. I don't think I ever got to it, though. I think this is when I quit PvP, actually. But yeah, a handful of my characters are PvP wizards, and that's part of the reason why. Back before the whole meta was, like, Rochambeau and Spellements. My favorite Wiz gif is Niles with that. That's why your mama dead. Crazy. Oh, right, we're going the wrong way. But yeah, I do plan on making a video about balance in the PvE perspective. Obviously, I can't comment anything about PvP. I know nothing about PvP now. I've been not knowing about PvP since, like, forever. Ever since, you know, Rochambeau became the big meta, if anything. But in PvE, I do have experience with balance, and honestly, I think I have a big issue with its identity in the Rochambeau sphere for balance. Like, I genuinely, like, what do they do? Just respectfully, what do they do? It's like that Captain America meme. Like, what exactly does he do? Captain America from, like, Marvel Rivals. We don't know what they do, guys. They just do stuff. Honestly, I might do balance peeve just because of how brain dead it is. Yeah, isn't, like, the thing for balance is that, like, they just have super high damage spells that are, like, beyond what their limit is supposed to be? Isn't that what the whole thing is? Because, like, I almost hear nothing about balance in the sense of, like, yeah, man, they have some broken, like, mechanics of Rochambeau. It's like, no, it's usually just Judgment does too much damage. Mana Burn does too much damage, and it removes your pips. Too much momentum. Supernova does too much damage, and it removes your aura. So they do like 2 bricks with 1 stone. Like, everything balanced has been, like, mostly just the fact that, like, from what I've heard, their damage is just insane for some reason. I think Burn, Nova, and Scales got banned. Yeah, and then they got banned, essentially. Yeah, they got banned. Burn got banned. Nova got banned. I think Scales, yeah, Scales probably got banned. Like, I don't know, bro. Like, I'm just here. I kind of missed it when Balance was known as the pace setter school. Like I really miss that. I really miss when, like, back in the day when they were the pace setter school, and that was their identity, was like setting the pace for like matches because the spells like, you know, Nova Mana Burn. Even though honestly, I will agree those were really broken spells. Ghost was hella AIDS. Oh, I bet. Like the 6-blade one? That's insane. But yeah, the other video I think I might want to talk about. Honestly, Shadow Magic is another one. I think Shadow Magic will be a good topic. Or specifically Shadow Creatures. I actually have a big issue with Shadow Creatures, because I'm gonna keep it a bug, they were never that good. Like, since even during their introduction, they were just never that good. It was just a very niche playstyle that costed quite a lot of money to effectively do it. I miss Peep when it wasn't Rosham AIDS. A Sith rat beard killed it for us all. Put an end to the Republic era OGP. Yeah, I don't know, bro. Like, part of me does enjoy the Rosham era in the sense for like bringing more utility into the game. And then part of me just doesn't like it at the same time. I think what I don't like is the grindiness for the spell elements, like, and how insane the grind is. Speaking of which... Wow! Like, it's just so odd, right? Because there are many things that can go wrong in your spellament farming, like capping on your spellaments, and then like you have no use for them afterwards. And then you have the same damn community, right? The same damn community that would just be like, oh, well, like, you know, why didn't you just, like, you know, transfer this spellament on another wizard? It's like, yeah, bro, I totally want to transfer my Skeletor Pirate. Or what is it? Like my ghoul. I want to transfer my ghoul on a different wizard where I sacrifice a shield for death blades, even though I'm not using death school like at all, except for like maybe my myth and my main death. Like, no. Like, why? I swear, it's like, ugh. It's hard to have a conversation about these things sometimes. Because people get all defensive about it. It's like, okay, let's just state the facts, right? Like, you know, there's definitely issues with the system. And it's like, no, there's not. The devs are working their hardest. They're trying, like, day and night fixing this stuff. It's like, yeah, sure, but... I mean, clearly we can see what the problem is. I like Rosham of Bow in raids, but raids and Peeve should be separate. I agree. I honestly think like there needs to be 3 paths, unironically, because PvP works vastly different from like advanced content. The only thing that's a similarity is like stat caps, and that's it. Beyond that, the methods of doing certain things in like a raid is much different than doing it in PvP. Especially considering that like I think what you guys do, like, do you guys do like PvE strats in raids, right? Where like you're just stacking blades and stuff up to a certain point, because obviously I don't think you have that enough time to just stack a bunch of like blades or traps, right? But like in PvP, right, when that was like a strategy, they didn't like it because it was just extremely formulaic, boring, and just was way too powerful, right? So they had to do something about it. And then in PvE, obviously, it's usually just blatant to AoE. I mean, that's what I'm doing right now, actually. But you can do some different things with it too, if you set your mind to it, and if you get the opportunity to utilize them too. For example, right, when soloing Tartarsauce yesterday, I was using lightning bats, so I can counteract its random DOT every 4 rounds. Hades puts a DOT on you that can do up to 1800 damage. That's way too much damage, and I'd rather just not deal with it, so I try to take it off immediately. And honestly, that's part of the reason why I survived, is because I was counteracting that instead of trying to tank on the full damage. We stack buffs like bubbles and blades and set up gambits and hots. They changed conditionals into gambits, which screwed up some strats. Yeah, I heard about that. It's kind of unfortunate, honestly. I saw that. In return, you get more damage output. However, sacrificing that specific effect, right, can also lead to some issues with setting up other things. So I could definitely see the double-edged sword. Oh yeah, and also Owl's kind of trash now. I was thinking of doing Path B Owl, because I was thinking of some things you can do with it, like adapt, right? You could essentially get like a full hour for free and then some. And now since they changed it, well, like, I'm just not using it now. Like, I'm probably just gonna stick to Path A. You know, I'm gonna stick to my, all reliable friend here. My 10 pip of edging fossil that gives me like 8 freaking blades. I mean, 8 freaking pips. It's gonna be amazing. How long do you think until like the next month? Oh, like right now. Never mind. Hey guys, today is the NBA Finals. Let's go. It's gonna be OKC and Indiana. I'm really hoping that's a good series. Honestly, like I think OKC's got this, but what I'm really hoping for is that I hope Indiana doesn't just shit the bed. Like I want them to like make it a series. That's all I want. I think that's what everyone wants. Everyone just wants it to be a series. Not like a blowout, not a gentleman's sweep. We want a series. And I feel like Indiana is definitely a team that can do it. But that's the emphasis on the word can. It's possible, doesn't mean that like it will happen. But it can happen. They have a pretty in-depth team. I will say though, I didn't really watch much of Indiana, but watching them in the playoffs, they've been pretty exciting to watch. And obviously, OKC is OKC. They gotta be better with this tracker, by the way. It looks so scuffed. Oh, not me having the hiccups, bro. Oh no. What did I do? Yeah, honestly, the main reason I'm doing this is because I want to get to the next magic weaving level real quick, and as I level up, right, I can just use some of the energy for fishing, because I'm definitely gonna level up during these side quests that I'm gonna be doing, which is the 3 side bosses in this place, the secret bosses, quote unquote, and then we just go from there. That was my chair, by the way. The chair has been here for so long. Oh man. I'll see if I could do the Star Wars stream Sunday. I go to work pretty late Sunday, unless they change my schedule. So I'll see if I can do the stream Sunday. We'll probably have to do it relatively early, and it will probably be, I think, a max 3-hour stream. Which, like, honestly, that's still a decent stream. But that's just in order for me to, like, be able to get ready and just go to work and get through the day. Oh, great, I have to wait. See, I would like to pass right now, but I'm afraid of, like, you know, he's not gonna do an animation from casting, and then it's just like a premature pass to the point where I have to wait yet another round just for this guy to enter. Luckily that didn't happen though, so we should be fine. Am I close to finishing this? Oh, I have 5 more. Oh yeah, I also should make one about magic weaving, how I feel about it, because, yeah, I have a lot to say now. Now that I've actually done it on, like, multiple characters, so no one could just tell me, oh, you know, he doesn't even do the feature. Why does he have an opinion if he doesn't even do the feature? It's like, I did it, and I hated it. I thought it was doodle butter. What if I go to a most crowded realm and just, like, steal a team's thing? Surely there's someone here, right? Yes! Don't do anything! Wait! Did he join late? Please tell me he joined late. Otherwise I have to do yet another fight. I got your back, bro. I don't want to do a third fight, but I might have to now. No! That sucks. Man. Bro probably didn't know what a convert was, and it took him like 50 years to kill one enemy. They were just spamming like Fire Elf and like Sunbird or something. And just hoping that eventually the minion will die. I think at this point you should be able to like do Meteor Strike. Would have been much quicker that way. Darn it, I have to do another fight. Okay, we gotta hurry though, come on. Get in here. Make it quick! You get to see this spell 50 bajillion times. Alright, get me out of here. Yeah, I don't have the Mark II Selenopolis sadly, so I have to walk all the way over there. I have the Mark II Aquila because we're actually gonna go over there again in a bit. Honestly, at this point, I might just mark to Selenopolis, because why not?
I can't explain it, but while you were gone, Wizard, I had a crazy idea. What if you didn't just use storm spells? What if you actually mixed them with your own? Zany, right? It'd be a storm spell, but with myth powers. Or a fire spell, but with ice, you know? Strange alchemy, right? So, let's give it a go. I can give you a formula to add to your spellbook. In combat,
but I'm a death wizard.
Combine the two spells in that formula to make something new.
Oh yeah, also I got like no training points, so it's not like I can do it even if I wanted to. However, the spell would have been Joltergeist. 815 storm damage, you gambit 3 weaknesses to apply a negative aura of 50% death damage. I guess incoming death damage, which is kind of insane, honestly. Only problem with this is, yeah, auras are a thing. I could just completely remove it, but other than that, kind of cool spell though.
Now for you, Mr. Mummy. I could swear I know you from somewhere. What was that name again? Seth?
I am Sutek the Destroyer, Sutek the Unforgiving, Sutek the Relentless.
Well, okay then.
Not okay. It pains me, now that I am again tangible enough to feel pain, that you do not know this. Has Crocotopia forgotten me? No wonder you needed to summon me to learn anything about storm magic. Everything I contributed to it is lost to the sands. Insane Bolt was my creation, blast it! And my version was reliable.
Wait, which one? The one that kills you? Freak Treat meets emo. That's wild. Yo, man, my Insane Bolt is the one that kills yourself. That's wild.
We can correct this. Surely there must be records somewhere.
They changed Insane Bolt, guys, and now it's bad.
Surface. The truth of my accomplishments recounted.
Well, friend, the obvious starting point there would be the marketplace of ideas.
Then, let us be off to this marketplace, wizard.
Yeah, dude, like, freaking Insane Bolt back then, man, that was always, like, the last resort spell that, like, it's just nice to use, bro. I'm sorry. It's like, everyone gets mad at it. I get it. But, like, listen, you gotta think about it. 99% of people fell before they win the game, before the winning gamble. Oh, this one's a pain. Is it really? Is it really that bad? Please say it ain't so. It's okay. We're him. We got it. Bro's an OG game. Bro, that's what I liked about Storm. Now it's like, oh hey, so like it doesn't kill you now, so you can use it whenever you like. It'd be a decent shield breaker. There's just one catch. It can hit you too. It won't kill you, but it will remove your defenses. And I'm like, bro, why would I use this?
Ah, there's a mummy following you.
I am no mere mummy. I am Sutek the Destroyer.
My friend, that joke is in very poor taste. You should not pretend to be such a monster. Now, what can I help you with?
Yo, what's up, Time? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. How's it going, John? Welcome to the stream. I don't know how bad it is compared to the Weaving final fight, but it's pretty annoying to me. Honestly, I'll be real. A lot of them suck. I'll be real with you. I think the final one I did was not that bad, though. Line chat scatter. Everybody run.
Are you okay emotionally? I do not sell many, but there may be old copies scattered across the market. Trash has a way of lingering.
Trash? You wretched. Never mind. Come, wizard. let us find these books.
Damn, bro, the disrespect is crazy.
The crocs descended upon us one quiet afternoon, falling from the sky with unexpected grace. They gnashed and bit and fought like, well, wild animals. Thus
Nice
many
moon.
of us fled to Selenopolis, but one followed us there.
Ah yes, we were a great empire once. The Tut pharaohs led us across skyways and we made them our own. I was awarded often for my valor. Is this pride? I had forgotten pride. I enjoy it.
Oh yeah, what's the name of the storm mummy and like Beastman? Wait! Wait, this whole time we've been following Beastman forms?
Under the grace of the moon did we find protection, but not from the storm, not from the destroyer. He battled our guardians.
Look. Yeah, they're Beastman guys? That's crazy.
He attacked the Moon King himself, and he might have prevailed. But at the moment of triumph, Sutek the Destroyer relented.
I did not. I was defeated. No, that doesn't sound right. I was a champion, a warrior chosen by pharaohs and immortals. I couldn't be defeated, and I would never relent.
That's crazy. So we're essentially following the story of the Beastman guys. That's interesting. Oh, here we go. Alright, time, let's see. I will be back in like 50 hours. Actually, if it's what I think it is, we need to test something. I need to test something. It's really
Wizard.
important.
I seem to have become you, or you became me. We became we? I always knew reading was dangerous.
Invader, you will stand no chance against mighty Kansu, King of the Moon. The world is his to conquer.
Now this is more like it. Sensation, the thrill of battle, the anticipation. I don't know about you, Wizard, but I feel charged.
Okay, here's the thing I need to test out, because this is going to be very important for whenever... Huh? Wait, who's this guy? Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. I gotta... My bad. Yo, I gotta... Where did he come from? Where did bro come from? I'm sorry. I have to solo, bro. I'm here to solo. Unfortunately, I'm here to solo. It's technically part of the walkthrough, so I have to solo. To whoever that guy is, apologies. Y'all feel bad. I feel bad. He probably could have used some help too. Like, listen, I have to solo. As painful as it is. Also, the other reason is because I wanted to test something. So here's the thing, right? We got 65 of the 72 cards. Now, the problem that I have is that you have to, like, in order to utilize, like, these sort of gambits and stuff, you have to cycle. So the question is, can you discard everything in your hand, be given a reshuffle? The answer to this question, I think, is no. Now, it seems like you have a lot of cards, right? Which, like, yeah, sure, you have a lot of cards. But what if you deck fell? A lot. And you're just forced to discard everything at your disposal. Because I don't think there's a reshuffle mechanic for this. I think you just have the cards you have. Sure, you have a lot, but that's also part of the issues that you have a lot. Okay, I have some heal overtimes and stuff. Interesting. But yeah, we gotta test these things, because this will be very important for whenever I critique this. For like the video and stuff. Not the Krampus. It's maxed out too. That's interesting. Kraken's Decree. 835 damage, Gambit 3 blades, every blade Gambit it. I guess, right? Is it for every blade Gambit it, it'll be 85 extra damage? Or is it just 85 extra damage after 3 Gambits? Sounds kind of booty cheeks, I'm not gonna lie, if it's what I think it is. Because this one, right? Because if it's in parentheses, it'll say that like, you'll get 2 of them. It's gonna take me a while to discard every single spell in the hand just to test something. I gotta test this because this is very important. I don't think it was ever answered. I'm pretty sure someone did answer it, but it'll probably be in the Discord or something, which I rarely check, so... I don't really feel like asking either. So I'm just gonna find out myself and see. That's a lot of overtime spam, so yeah, we're gonna be here for a while. If we were to do this normally, at least. Yeah, deck fails are definitely a high likelihood, which is not great. Okay, we're almost done, chat. We need to test this theory out, like, really badly. This will change everything. Okay, we have 3 cards apparently left after this. I don't seem to have a lot of like weakness uses other than like the threefold, which is not great. Oh, also like technically I have what's that spell called? Shoot, I'm like blanking out right now. It's that one spell. Wraith, there you go. Okay, we have 0 cards now. Do we get a reshuffle or a reshuffle mechanic happening afterwards? If not, this is dog water. I will also put this on the video analysis later. Ooh, that's bad. Oh, that's bad. There's no reshuffle mechanic, guys. I'm pretty sure this answer was already known forever, but like now that I know this for sure, I always assumed there wasn't a reshuffle mechanic because there's nothing that you could get from your TC hand. But yeah, that's terrible. The fact there's no reshuffle mechanic, you just have to go with 0 cards. Yeah, this is really bad. This is terrible. Because if you want people to be promoted to utilize the Rochambeau stuff, Magic Wheel stuff, you want to promote cycling. That's like the most important thing. That's basically like PvP 101. You gotta promote cycling. And if you don't do that, then you're not doing anyone favors. So yeah, this is doo-doo. Alright, got it. Now that we know that, now we can just do this normally. I just had to know. It's very important that I know. Yeah, it's literally just 2 weaknesses. That's lame. Let's see. I'm gonna switch to Storm Piss for a bit. I don't think I want to use any of this for now. I mean, they're all fine. I just don't really feel like using it. Not yet. I'm gonna use my natural attack for now. Wait for her to spam some DOTs like a Krampus or something. don't think I'll be using Shark, I'll be real. I don't think I'll be using this either. We're just gonna wait for her to Krampus. And then we're gonna go use Zilla. Then we'll just like stack up for like a bigger hit. I think that's the move, chat. Okay, Trident's good. Trident is good. Am I gonna use Vampire? Good question. I will say no. Yeah, I will say no. Also, will I use Thunder Snake though? I don't think so. I wouldn't use this either because she doesn't really heal. Oh, can she link? I mean, it's possible, but I don't think it's as possible. And also, I will prefer using this anyway. So maybe no on the Thunder Snake. As we wait for her to do something. That's like a bunch of DOTs. And she's just not doing it. She's just simply not doing it. That's gonna do a lot, by the way. Oh my lord. Look at this. Sheesh. Yeah, I'm just waiting, bro. We're just waiting for her to do something. I have the strat. It'll take me a bit, but it also relies on her using Krampus. Or just any general DOT. Yeah, I'll do this. Why not? She might do a Krampus now, maybe. We'll see. At this point, I'm just using spells to get new spells. Please let it be a Krampus. Yeah, that's not bad. Prefer a Krampus, though. So one thing they changed, right? This is no longer a thing. This is what I used to call a pure conditional, because it only relies on the effect being on either this target or yourself. Now it's changed into a gambit, so you have to sacrifice that thing. That will benefit you, essentially. And I think I still have another round of this, so we could just use it. She has enough for a Krampus. Normally what she'll do is like after using this, she'll just combo it with the Krampus. I can use that to my advantage. She fizzled that though. You hate to see it. For her, not for me. Well, also like low-key for me too. They have quite a bit of beefy health though. I hope this is the only fight. Time, is this the only fight we have to do? It's just this lady? Or do we have more? I would assume we have more, considering that this is the polymorph stuff. Like maybe 2 more or something. There's 3? Oh my god. No, you hate to see it. Yo, can you use a freaking Krampus already, bro? Thank you. Damn, took you long enough. Took you long enough to use a spell. And we can remove that, and we can start setting up blades now. So yeah, we'll remove those 2 overtimes, give ourselves some blades. We can start blade stacking now for a bigger hit. Our bigger hit is Trident, of course. Yeah, we're gonna be here for like a while. It'd probably be like an hour or something. Just because these fights go really slow. And also because, unfortunately, you can't really cycle. Not in these fights, anyway. This could be good for, like, a different purpose. She doesn't really blade, though, so it's not useful. One thing I always wanted to know, do you have, like, universal, mastery? Or is it just, like, specific mastery? Like, since I'm Storm on this Croc, then I'll only get Storm mastery, but nothing else. Always wondered about that, actually. We also don't really need traps here. Okay, well, first of all, I got a big hit coming up, so we're gonna use it. She may not use overtimes, but this is all we got in terms of damage. That's pretty solid. You're consider your main school with Storm Mastery. I see. A little unfortunate then. Well, it's actually pretty fortunate then, because I'm a death main. So my main school death, right? So I'll get. I didn't know she can do this, chat. Apparently she can do this. I didn't know this was possible. Okay, she'll be dead soon. Yeah, so Death School with Storm Mastery. That's pretty cool. So it works in my favor, kind of. Kiai! Where's my Triton? I need you. Not, I mean, kind of good enough, but not good enough at the same time. Yeah, this will gambit weaknesses though, so not really that useful for me right now. Could be, but it's kind of whatever. If she were to use Krampus again, it's GG's. Well, I'm not using this anymore. She's only delaying the inevitable, chat. I should have got more portions. You think this will be enough to kill? Even though I have to sacrifice essentially all my blades. Frick it, give it a shot. Even though you have to sacrifice your freaking blades! How you doing, RPG? Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're doing well. 1, 2, yeah, you sacrifice all the blades except for one. I mean, hey, I'll take the one. I'm not gonna be too picky about it either. Yeah, that still kind of sucked. At least she's almost dead, though. Low key, I'm actually gonna use this for the first time. 1 damage? That's crazy. Oh yeah, I forgot my main school is death. I'm stupid. It's like that it takes blades before using them for actual boosting. I know, it's crazy. So essentially, using my normal trident would have been a better move regardless. Honestly, using this spell would have been a better move, actually. I think if it wasn't for her using Sprite, she would have been dead now. It's fine though. What fight is this? This is for the magic weaving stuff. Yeah, this is a fight for magic weaving. It's a new feature they added to this game, which quality varies. Okay, this is GG's though, for real this time. Yeah, I should have got more potions though, if I knew there was gonna be 3 fights. So, Squad Unit is pretty much dead now? Yeah, kinda.
Retreat! Send in
Ooh,
the
5 pierce though, that's pog.
Yes, send in the beasts. This is what crocs were made for. We are chaos.
That would be good for my Storm
incarnate.
Wizard.
War in the scaly flesh. Let us go.
Oh, maybe, I mean, maybe I could be fine with 4,000 health. We're gonna give it a try.
Wait.
We do have
what
heals
are
at
those
least.
Things? These weren't here then.
Death Destroyer. The sum total of your life's work. Everything you wrought in compact form. The anguish you unleashed returned to you.
Why does it scream?
What else would it do? What other reaction could there be to you? Of course it screams to you and to you alone. It has always screamed!
But the screaming, the howling, crying, crashing, breaking, cracking, and burning. It's too much! It's too me! Make it stop screaming!
Alright, here's another fight going on now. I don't think I'll be needing this, actually. I could remove this right away, though. Why not? I don't know, I wouldn't necessarily say school identity, per se, is dead, though. I don't think it was really there to begin with, if we're being completely honest. At least when we're talking about it from a PvE perspective. Only because, like, at the end of the day, majority of the player base is just going to be doing Blade and AoE. Because at the end of the day, Wiz is definitely a stats-based game, more than anything. It's a stat-based game, and then if you really want to do something, you gotta be very, very patient. It also has really bad scaling. I don't know what is it, but like, scaling in this game is very awkward in comparison to Pirate. Like, it's crazy how in Pirate, you can literally use, like, a level 5 heal, and it could potentially do a lot, because you have, like, you know, decent scaling and scratch buffs. Primarily, the most important thing is that you have scratch buffs. I know what spell I'm not using though. I'm not using that damn trident. Not the trident that like removes all your blades. Like, nah. The little E. Yeah, like this one? No. Not using it. Scratch stacking, gotta love Blade AoE meta. I mean, like, it does more than that though, because you know, obviously you have absorbs, you have the absorbs, you have your heals, but more importantly, not every school could just like play AoE meta. If you're like a Buccaneer, for example, you can't really do that. I mean, you could, but then that would kind of just defeat the purpose of your class. And I think your class does a lot more than just simply Blade AoE meta. You can be like my Buccaneer on steroids. My Brokeneer. Crazy man. It's just saying it's Blade AoE of Pirate. Yeah, it is. It is. It is Blade AoE of Pirate. No doubt about it. It is indeed the Blade AoE of Pirate for sure, though. Like that is the most true. I still think Pirate does an overall better job, though, with its combat in comparison. I honestly can't wait to see what the summer update has to bring. That's what I'm really excited for. Hearing about that level cap increase is really huge for me, personally. I guess we're just gonna have to pass for this one. Like, let's all be honest. Crocotopia was a flop, but... Big ol' but. I will say, some of the stuff they're trying to do with the combat is somewhat interesting, at least. Ooh, I could remove those, actually. I wish I had, like, a trident, but we can always wait. If only we had a trident, this would have been a lot better. Does a decent bit of damage. Get some shields from it, which is good. I don't think I'll be using that. Or that. Get a blade, though. Oh, speaking of which, okay, here's the thing, right? I may stream HSR on Sunday, assuming that, like, the servers are good. They should be good by now. I don't think it'll take them 50 billion years to fix the servers, but you never know. I'm saving that for whenever he starts heal spamming again. Or I would, if Miracle Mitch is online on Friday tomorrow, I might do whatchamacallit, Pirate. Because there is one thing I want to do. Remember the guy that I was making for Pirate 101? Well, pretty much almost everything for it is finished, except for one thing. That's a lot of healing. I don't want him to get any of that, so... Yeah. Yeah, no. The last thing I have is essentially going to be, spoiler alert, I think it shouldn't be of any surprise to anyone, but to anyone who's new here, the last part of the guide is actually just a Kane solo guide. That's all it is. So, the reason why I need Miracle Mitch is because I need it for whenever I do plan to do Kane solo, trying to come up with strategies to have an easier time going against Kane. This is essentially your final exam, long story short. I wonder, is this... No, that's gotta be the 45 from Drown Blade. Yeah, it has to be Drown Blade. 45. But yeah, a lot of people were asking me at the time, like, you know, whatever happened to the Pyro 101 guide? And I answered that to you. The thing that happened with the Pyro 101 guide is that most of it's just completed except for like one thing. And that one thing is for like something in the future. Yeah, what's up, Johnny? Welcome to the stream. Wait, isn't this just another one of the heal things again? It's not that powerful, so like, it should be fine. You know, we should be chilling. Yeah, I only worried mostly about regenerate, if anything. Oh, we have another Trident, by the way, which is great. I don't think I'll ever get a chance to use that. Ever. So here's the deal. I could either use it now or wait. I think I'll just wait. It's 13. Wow. That's crazy. Oh my god. Why? Bro's just spamming heals. That's all he knows how to do. I have an idea. Get him, Trident. Oh wait, what if he regens though? Oh, I might be screwed. It's fine. It's a 65% blade I'm getting. 2 of them. Also, this does a decent bit of damage, so it's not that bad. Never mind, 60% blade, not 65. What's this world called? This is Crocotopia. We're in Selenopolis right now, a side area in Crocotopia. We're just doing some magic weaving stuff. That's all we're doing for the moment. No. Eso es un marca. O sea, era famoso, basta con un firma en la béisbol.
Y las que vendió Cata estaban firmadas.
Sí.
Pues de acá una vez en mi casa recogieron muchas.
¿Oh, de verdad?
Pero el beisbolista era.
Mmm.
Y Cata las puso en...
Pues lo que estás buscando, ustedes van a necesitarse una que tiene un firma.
Sí. Y las que vendió Cata tenían la firma del beisbolista famoso.
Ya, esos son los famosos.
Y las dio a $2.
Oh, no. Ya, pero no es de nadie, es solo como una que ganaron como en un Target o algo así.
No, es que esta es...
O Walmart. También. No. Let's see, the longest I ever stayed awake is until 4 a.m. I think I stayed up around that time. I think the longest was like probably like about 5 a.m. for me. I've never done a 24-hour stream. I don't think I ever will unless I were to get my own place. But yeah, I think that was the longest I was ever able to stay up, was around that time. During like New Year's Day. It was more closer towards like 4 than 5, but it was about 5. Close enough. I might want to do this actually, now that I think about it. In case he does a regen again, at least I have this. Told you. Is Storm Weaving worth it? Yeah, up to rank 1. That's it. Only get your blade, be done. Like, unironically, just get your blade. That's all you need. Yeah, I say it's worth it as long as you just get your Storm Blade. That's rank 1, though. It's like the easiest one to get. It's also one of the best farming spots, too. That specific boss and that specific quest in rank 1 is one of the best spots for you to farm for some Leaf Yarn if you care about, like, dual schooling Pierce Jewels, which are pretty good. If you're a balance wizard, okay, here's the thing. You can get Storm, it's easier. But in my opinion, if you really want to get the full value of the conversions you'll be getting, in my opinion, you should really see if you can go for, rank, what is it? Like, rank 4, honestly, unfortunately. You want to at least get your aura, right? The aura is rank 3. So you want to do your life weaving around rank 3. And then if you want to get the blade instead of the aura, because there are some bosses that like have cheats for auras, so then you can just use your blades instead, then probably consider getting rank 4. It's a lot of work, but I do think it's worth it for balance, just because the balance v balance situation is very rough for many players. I'm gonna do this again. So if someone says, man says to woman she's right, is she right or wrong? That is very confusing to me. I do not follow. If someone says men wrong, women are right, the man says, wait, hold on, wait. If someone says men wrong, women are right, the man says to the woman she's right and he's what? Oh damn, my brain. Oh no. Wait. Actually, hold on. I might want to do this. Yes, you want to do that. Unfortunately, I want to do that because of regen. The man is wrong, women are right, and the man says to the woman, she's right. Oh man. That's crazy. I don't think I need that actually. What is this supposed to be? What in the... Oh, first time I've seen him use this spell. Is this the last one? Nah, we should be good. Let's just do this. Hopefully I get the blade. Okay, there was one more round. We're fine. You're fine. I'm going to sleep. I'm hearing sounds. Alright, have a great night, Johnny. Yeah, that question is confusing me. I'm not gonna lie. Can't use all my brain power right now. I'm too busy Roshambing.
Balls of misery?
Pretty much.
There was no valor in me, was there?
You tell me.
I can find it. It must be here somewhere.
Oh, we're about to be finished, y'all. I'll sub though. Hey, appreciate it. Alright, real quick, guys. I'm gonna be right back for just a sec. I just realized that my thing was on. Well, it was off actually. But yeah, we're back now, guys. We're back. This is gonna be the last
Are
one.
you Valor?
I am, but not yours.
So another anti-trap guy, got it.
I know you though, don't I? We fought. Who won?
I think that is still being decided.
You don't smell right. You don't smell of storm.
Nothing here is what it should be. Let us correct that.
Here we go. I was also anti-weakness too. Not like I was using them in the first place. Well, I was, and also wasn't. Damn. What did he feed this boy? Oh, yeah, I forgot the fur dots are a thing. Well, that would be interesting, actually. Wait, that's not a deferred dot. That's a DOT. I understand. I don't think I'll ever be using this spell, I'll be real. I don't think I'll be using it anytime soon. Never mind, I'm awake again by my parents out of nowhere, opening a door. And that boosted my adrenaline. Oh no, you'll never get any sleep. I just don't know what he does to make this worth it, at least. $12,000 health is wild, though. See, this is the thing I have an issue with some of the polymorph battles, is that I wish that the damages that can be dished out. Also, thank you for being part of the Friends and Family. We'd love to have you here. Thank you, Johnny. But yeah, one of the things that's just kind of weird about just doing any of this in general is there's gambits that exist already, right? Where you do an insane amount of damage. We're talking about the Jins, we're talking about the Onis. Technically, we can't use Scions, though. But we have stuff that exists, right? But for some reason, we just don't have them. For nobody knows why. And the ones that we are given, it's like not great. So it's very unfortunate. Sleeping with sounds of rain is the best, to be honest. Yeah, rain is definitely really soothing. Do I have my dino? No, not yet. Sadly, no. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this for the extra blade. Considering that I already have Storm Mastery, I'm just gonna wait for my dino to come through. Bro, 12k health though. Are you kidding me, bro? Why you gotta have more health than me? That's crazy. It's like I barely tickled him. Oh, there you go. I knew this was weakness based though. This is what I was afraid of. I think, to my knowledge, I think the last one was like, at least for the life one, the last one was the best one. You go to Pigswick and you get some of the Pigswick students to help you, and they give you like a preset deck, and like it was pretty okay because like all the stuff you're given, it works just fine with the mobs they have, and then here it's like where it doesn't work at all because they're just too beefy. I'm getting Wiz members soon. My brother pays. Hey. Let's go. Yeah, they're still, speaking of which, they're actually still doing the beta testing for the Xbox release. Gambit 2 weaknesses for a heal overtime. Just don't think I'll ever use, I mean, it's just like, I want to use this, but at the same time, it's like, it's not that good. It's just not that good, bro. It's not that good. Now, after sacrificing a bajillion of my blood, don't tell me. Oh, heck no. What are you doing? And this also, this gives me the death aura, which is not that useful. Because I'm not really hitting with death, I'm hitting with storm. This is a disaster. How did your friend answered, how my friend answered the question of 101 plus 101? Dual Wizard101. This is Wizard102, bro. That's the new game coming out. This just in, new game coming out. Wizard102. Let's go. Wizard202. We thought it sounded dumb, so we called it Wizard102. He answered 102. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Dude, I can't do anything. I ain't kidding. That's crazy. Let's see. Here's the thing, right? It'll gambit 3 of my blades. But I have like no storm hit to follow up with, so this is a pointless spell, kind of. Fuck it, let's see how much this does. I don't care. It'll just gonna remove my Death Blade, one of the 45s, and another 45. Okay. That's not bad, it's 2 blades. It's not that great, though. Yeah, all that for 2,000 damage. That's like literally nothing. Like, what do you want me to do with this, bro? What was I supposed to do with that doo-doo damage? Oh, there you go. We're getting somewhere, chat. Okay, they stack, so yeah, that's fine. Just deal with it. I scammed! You scammed him $101! Not really, it's like around about $100. Bro, this is so trash! It's like, these gambits are just so weird. Like, if you were to get the ability to make your deck how you want for this battle, it would be better. But the pre-made deck for this is just very awkward. You don't get the payoff from this, like, at all. Like, if you really wanted to make these Gambit spells work better, give me like like not Spirit Blades, but like give me like Elemental Blades, stuff like that. Like just give me something. Nah, it's just like, okay, you just get your dual schooling blade and then a regular blade and that's it. And then maybe some from this. It's just like, no. It's not how it's supposed to work, man. I see what you mean now, Time. I don't know why the devs decided, yeah, guys, let's just give him like 12k health. It'll be fine. Let's just give him like 12k health. It'll be okay. I could set Among Us if you want to see it. Oh my lord. It's just this freaking... It's just... I kind of hate this already, bro. It's just kind of lame. Like, I'm about to die anyway. Yeah, we're just gonna restart this. Hold on. Let me cook. Yeah, that was awful. I don't know what the game wants you to do in this situation. This is literally the hand you're given, right? You're given... This is your only blades, right? So if you want a Gambit blades, the only blades you have is this, that. You have, like, potentially a chance for full Joltergeist at best. All the guy does... Oh my god, that's an Among Us! I was like, how are you gonna send an Among Us? There we are. Alright, let's restart this. I think I got it. Maybe. Hopefully. Potentially. It's also like pit momentum too. I need pit momentum. I can't get pit momentum though. Just checking back in real quick. Yeah, this guy's an actual pain. What were they thinking when they designed this place? It's not that it's like extremely hard, but more like the issue of hey, it has a lot of health and all your spells that you have are relatively useless to do some pretty decent damage, unless you want to do like 2k damage per hit, and then that's your decent damage, quote unquote. Also, I'm not using Kraken's Decree. That is a doo-doo spell. Tell me a land animal that isn't extinct and I'll send it. You know, that is a good question. What animal isn't extinct? Hey, Frenzy, what's up? Long time no see, my dude. How's Wisdom Pirate nowadays? You know, it's alright. No, wait. I just realized something, chat. Apparently mana is very important. Yeah, I forgot about that. That's a stat that's in the game, you know? Very important. Also, my YouTube account got terminated for like no reason. Ah, that sucks, man. You hate to see it. Hey, at least I'm live on Twitch now. I'm live on both now. Let's see. An animal that isn't extinct and I'll send it. I have a cheetah. Oh, cheetah. I was over here setting up for something. I was like, oh yeah, no mana. Damn, that's crazy. I didn't know that you had stream on Twitch. And I just did recently. Got a crazy internet upgrade out of like nowhere. Ooh. I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna keep that. That's actually good. Yeah, I got like an update on my internet out of nowhere where I have like, you have an elephant. That's cool. But yeah, I got an update out of nowhere, upgraded my download speed and upload speed to pretty much be equal. So I have pretty good speed now. And with that, I was able to do stream. It took a while to set up, but we got it. I want a Kraken now, just so I can utilize it. Okay. Maybe remove these for now. Go with this. But also because Twitch allows for dual streaming now, so that's the other reason. And I was like, yeah, frick it, dude. We might as well do it. I think dual streaming will be pretty nice. There are certain things I may not be streaming as much for dual streaming though. I think one of them is going to be this walkthrough series. We're doing it now primarily because I was just kind of, you know, doing some side stuff. And maybe depending how it does, I might just like leave it for both Twitch and YouTube. But the problem is that like, as you can see with the title, right? This is like episode 40. Obviously, most of... Don't tell me this is what I think it is. This is not what I think it is. Oh, it's exactly what I think it is. Oh, no. No. I knew he had this counter. He just never used it before. Oh, my God. Wow. Take this! Yeah, but that was the other thing too. Obviously 40 episodes in, and with that, it's kind of hard to just look back to all of this stuff. So that's kind of the reason I didn't want to do it, but depending how it does, like maybe it doesn't matter and people could just watch the YouTube if they really want to see the series entirety. So like that's kind of my thought process on that. Let's see. Am I gonna use more than one Joltergeist though? Nah, I don't think so. I need to find blades though. Am I crazy for attempting to use filaments and fusion spells in PvE? You're not, because I do it. Because I do it. I do it all the time. I love doing it. It's great. It's actually kind of fun. Doesn't Twitch have past live stream or something? They do up to a certain point though. Twitch doesn't save VODs. Well, they do, but like the VODs are saved for like a certain period of time, like around 30 days, and that's a. Also, I believe it's like a premium feature as well now. So certain VODs do last for, I think, permanent, but you only have a select amount you can save as a VOD. That's permanent, I believe, and it's also a paid subscription thing that you have to get. That's why I do YouTube. That's why I switched to YouTube primarily. But now that's not really a thing that I, you know, have to worry about now, so here we are. Okay, here's the thing. I'm maxed out in pips. I don't have blades, though. But here's my plan. My plan is we do this, right? And then we do the Joltergeist. And then after doing the Joltergeist, I'm just gonna spam death hits and see how it goes. That's like, YouTube seems better in that department. Well, it's because like YouTube is well known for like being a video platform before it was a streaming and with video platform. However, when it comes to the streaming stuff, I think Twitch does a way better job at it. Gotta go to sleep now. Hope no one will scare the heck out of me. All right, Johnny. I'll see you later. Thank you for coming. I appreciate it. Okay, let's do the Joltergeist real quick before he starts removing these things. Damn, that sucks. Yeah, YouTube seems... Oh, let's see. Why don't you have to worry about it? Are you uploading them to YouTube? For YouTube, all streams on YouTube can be saved as VODs. 6 rounds. That's actually not bad. I see. So for every weakness that's being gambited, it will apply an extra 2 rounds. Oh, okay. I understand now. That's kind of nice. Gonna spam him down with Kia. Yeah, as long as you select for your VODs to be saved on YouTube, it will save it as a recording. However, what I usually do is because these streams tend to last a long time. Now, it's not for every series I do this, but for a lot of them I tend to. I do a recording of them as well on OBS because I can play around with it more. Because if you do like the YouTube version of it, you're only gonna get like specific audio. So you're gonna get one general audio that's for everything. Because streams only take channel 1, for example. Channel 1, which is gonna be taking all the audios from everything. However, if you were to record it, you could separate it. And you can separate, like, make sure you keep channel 1 for everything because that's what's gonna be important for your stream, right? But then you can simply just do like, oh, okay, I'm gonna do, you know, Channel 2 is gonna be the Wiz gameplay sound, right? Channel 3 can be like my microphone. Channel 4 could be like any background music that I have right now. So I use Voice Meter Banana, and so I separate those audios. I usually tend to there's like a VEIO and then the aux audio. I use the aux for like one side. That tends to be usually if I'm in a Discord call with friends. That's the main thing I tend to use it for. And many other things, right? Many other things. And then I have like another one that's just meant for the gameplay of the game. And if I want to turn one down or mute one of them, I can do that if I want to. It's nice. I hate the fact that he shielded. Why? Wow, this is going really bad, by the way. Yeah, I'm just. Yeah, this fight sucks, bro. Oh my, it was going so well. Why does he have 12k health? Bro has no business having 12k health. Who fed him? Remember how this was supposed to be for the solo stuff? Like, I was supposed to solo fights in Aquila. It turned out to be the Roshambi stream. The magic weaving stream. Because this dude just refuses to die. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, guys. I might buy a henchman low-key because I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Look! This is like, unironically, my most powerful card. Wait, where is it? Wait, where is it? Okay, you're given 2 Tritons, but this is one of them. This one sucks. This is supposed to be my most powerful card, but it barely does any damage. I better be going the right way. I'm legit totally confused as to what you just said, but I'll just smile and wave, boys. Hey, all good, all good. Long story short, you know, I have the VOD saved, but sometimes I record, like, let's say for example, my playthrough series on my ice. I record that because I make videos out of them. It just makes things easier. That, long story short. Okay, so whatever I did was ass. It's like, am I ever gonna use this though? Because obviously Joltergeist was not that helpful. I'm better off using my storm spells here. I don't think I'll be using this either. Also, what are some of your favorite dual school fusion spells and spelling combinations? Of course, I really like Balance in Life because very obvious reasons. You know, the conversion spell is fantastic. It's what Balance desperately needed. I like Blizzatar. Blizzatar is pretty cool. Blizzatar is definitely a very useful spell. For if you wanted to just like use a clear blades type spell, still get some offensive out of it. I think the fire, I'm surprised you can fizz in this thing. I didn't think you can fizz. What else do I like? The fire skeleton's pretty cool because I believe that's a shield removal. I like spells that tend to give me momentum. Like things that do 2 things at once, right? Like Evil Snowman, right? Where you remove weaknesses and those weaknesses turn into shields. Like, I like things like that, where it just gives me a bunch of momentum because I could do 2 things at once. I want to get into YouTube, but it's low-key kind of overwhelming and scary. I totally understand. You gotta be very consistent with it, which is something I'm really bad at. I've always been bad at it for years. And part of it's because I'm, like, you know, doing school stuff and work and all that stuff. Which I'm almost done, actually. I'm currently dual schooling Death and Myth, and it's probably my favorite right now. But yeah, I should try those fusion spells out too. Those are really cool options to use. Yeah, it just depends on, like, you know, what your preference is, honestly, at the end of the day. Because I feel like for the dual schooling stuff, in my opinion, you'll be just fine with going Storm, get yourself your blades, and then just kind of be done. But it just depends. Like, maybe some people actually do want to use the fusion spells, and a lot of them are kind of cool, a lot of them can be useful, a lot of them not so great. It just varies from person to person. Dude, why are you shield stacking? Like, why? Who? It's just... Why? I just gotta know. Resorting to shield stacking is some crazy work. He just doesn't blade for me to use this. Oh, it's 2 more rounds. That means next round's gone. I could just get the blade out of it now. Yeah, most of them aren't really necessary for, to use for questing, but it's fun to switch up the... Yeah, that's true. The whole blade and hit stuff. Yeah. Personally, though, like, I'll be real. As a person who does like to use, like, the Rosham spells in PvE, I don't really think the magic weaving brought out, like, a lot to the table, at least, like, not necessarily. I think for what you have for when you quest and stuff, right? So, like, your Arc 1 spell elements, your Arc 2 spell elements, now your Arc 3 spell elements. You can actually get a lot more value out of that, along with the event spell elements, if you ever get lucky enough to get a handful of them, than you are with the magic weaving for a lot of the time. It just depends. It's very dual schooling based, which, it's nice at max level, because those are a lot easier to obtain. Not so great at lower level, because obviously you have to go with the fact that, hey, it's going to be replaced, like, extremely fast. Well, so far we have, like, what, 2 blades? I could use a little bit more. It would be nice if I had a heal, too. Hey, that works. I can get another overtime. Or another blade from it. Oh, that could be good for protecting. Yeah, that could be good for protecting. Yeah, I think I'll just get another blade from it. Why not? Yeah, I'm still in Dragonspire right now, so I haven't used the fusions yet. I've only been using Spellements so far. Yeah, I think you get enough out of it with Spellements. Like, I think I've been using more Spellements than I am Weaving, and it's just because Weaving just... The chores, dude. The chores are just too much for me, personally. I agree. I like the Spellements a lot better than I do Fusion spells. Some of them are really cool, though, and it can be useful. Oh, this is good, actually. Hold on. I can use the shark now. We're gonna take this slow, chat. We're gonna take this slow. I mean, you kind of have to. You don't have a choice. But yeah, this is definitely good footage for whenever I do the video on, whenever I do a video for spell weaving, I'm definitely gonna be using this footage. Good thing I kept the Banshee, because I need a hit that can remove some of this stuff. It just sucks because he kind of just wasted my stuff now. Like, you know how much faster this would have gone if we were just given access to Jins and Onis and stuff? Like, if these forms had the Jins and Oni gambits, like, this would have gone a lot quicker, would have been a lot more, I guess, fun, if you want to call it that. Because now it's like, oh, okay, well, you can actually utilize this stuff, and it'll be very beneficial in the sense that you actually get more payoff for setting up certain gambits. I think that's the problem I have with magic weaving. Like, the quests themselves, just like this one, the payoff isn't there. You go for like gambits and stuff, and it just there isn't the payoff because you're not getting that damage output like you would if you were to use like a Jin, or if wow, shield stacking much. I see. I don't want to use this though. That's my last round, isn't it? But yeah, if you were given access to like Jin, right? You're given access to the Jins, the Onis that do a lot of damage if you set up the gambits correctly, and you should have the arsenal for that. If you just kind of tweak some of the spells are already there from what you need. If you just do a little bit of that, it goes a long way. Wow. Yeah, bro, totally can deal with those shield stacking. Yeah, definitely. I definitely can deal with the shield stacking, yeah. Like, what does bro expect me to do? Like, this is just not great. Report the Cyclops for jading. True, though. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you're right, Nathaniel. I should do that. Good idea. Yeah, why aren't the PvP only gambits and Rochambeaus that aren't allowed in PvE? Did the devs ever explain the reason for that? I haven't been keeping up with Wiz like that until recently. Not really. To my knowledge, I don't think they've ever explained it. I tried talking to them about it, like during the roundtables that they do and stuff. About if we're ever going to see them potentially in regular PvE. I think that it will be very valuable in the sense that people may actually want to utilize those spells more often if they were just given in their arsenal. That's 3 rounds. Yeah, I'm not sure. I wanted to use the Def Gen in PvP, but I can't. Yeah, I mean, like, at least they allow us to use, like, the Scion's PvP version in PvE, which is nice. But again, there could be a lot more done. That's the thing. I have a feeling this will take a lot longer than just soloing Gladiator. This took a lot longer than potentially me soloing like all those secret bosses in Aquila combined. Yeah, spells like Delusion or Jin's Defense will be great if they allow them in PvE, maybe amplify their effects a bit, but still, yeah, literally. It's like, should be a no-brainer, but, I mean, what do I know? What do I know? I'm not gonna lie, the temptation to just buy a henchman and get this over with is very high right now, guys. It's very high. Going through this is just pain. Like, I am trying my best to play this as relatively honorably as possible, but it is very hard to right now. Can't you use Willcast in these fights to cheese them? Maybe, but how exactly would you cheese this, though? That's the question. How exactly would you cheese a fight like this? Okay, I'm so buying that henchman, bro. Alright, guys, we're only doing this once because I don't want to do this anymore. Kill him. Do it. Yeah, like, why? You're giving me nothing. You're giving me nothing, dude. How am I supposed to counteract these shields? You give me nothing to counteract the shields. No overtime spell, nothing. This is how we cheese them. The power of money. We cheese them with the power of money. I remember hearing Sauce in the recent video mentioning about the PvP only spells being allowed in PvE soon, but I don't know if that's just a theory or not. How recent is this? If it's fairly recent, I would say it's probably true. If it's a while back, then it hasn't never happened. Pay the win for River? Listen, bro, like, we're not spending like 50 billion years finishing this. Like, I've played it as honorably as I possibly can. The most powerful skill in the game, the MasterCard. That's wild. Wait, do I have the... Maybe... Did I actually use that? Let me see. I think I did. No, I'll just use it. Just... Why not? Joe's Flourish, bro. Oh. That's fun. Nah, it's like, bro, we're not doing this, bro. Like, what? You gave me nothing. I've done this 3 times. Maybe there is a way you could do it, but like, we don't have that time. When did the henchman get a boss cheat? Specifically, it's just this Wallaroo. Like, one of them has an emergency heal, for example. Why is every boss beguiled or stun or beguiled immune? Probably to prevent cheese strats with those spells specifically. But honestly, I thought that was a cheap way of doing it. You probably could have just simply gave them stun blocks, like, I don't know, in PvP, for example. I feel like that also would have done the job. And I want to see how much damage this does. Even though I'm going to remove pretty much everything. Okay, chat, I feel really bad for abandoning that guy now. 1, 2, 3 blades at least. That's fine. That's pretty good. How much does this do? Only 3,000. This spell is doo-doo. All that for 3,000? Are you kidding me, bro? So you mean to tell me I need to sacrifice my blades and it barely did any damage? With 3 blades? Nah. This is why we bought Henchmen. I used the power of the MasterCard, my ultimate move.
Wretched Cyclops.
That's your most... Yeah.
I won. No matter how often you face
me, look.
I will always win. Now for Khonsu.
835 storm damage, Gambit 3 blades. Here's the thing. I don't know if that means this, if you Gambit 3 blades, it will be plus 85 damage only, or if it's 85 damage per blade. Usually, right? It will be in the Oh, wait, hold on. Does it show in the fusion spells? No, it doesn't. But, like, usually, right, there'll be a parenthesis that will show that it will mean per blade, but this doesn't show anything. But apparently, this is my most powerful card.
Or perhaps not.
How do I pay into the power of the credit card? Well, first you gotta go to your bank.
What are you? Your ghost, your shame, your future. The ending to the story you are writing even now.
80 damage for blade is pure ass. I know it is.
My future? Are we heralded and lionized heroes of the Tuts? We rot in a hole surrounded by the devastation we caused. But you can change it. You can stop. Use your power for more than destruction. I don't know how. Learn.
The crown
Read.
would let us rot, and the gangs would pick the bodies clean. It is we, the rogues, that stem the tide of decay.
You activated my credit card.
We take from those with too much and give to those with not enough, and fend off those who would take even that.
What? I don't know. That wasn't me. And you shouldn't be either. Just become an icon of storm worthy of remembrance. As will I.
Get me out of here. Do me a favor, get me out of here. I don't want to be here anymore.
I think I understand why I sought to leave sensation behind. The weight of shame and regret are too much to bear. But I feel different now. I can't explain it, but I think I must return to the Jesuit family tomb, Wizard. There is something there.
Bro, that something better be the end of the quest. That's what it needs to be. The something there needs to be the end of the quest, so I don't have to be here. I feel really bad for leaving that guy. Yeah, he definitely needed help, because if I needed help, he needed help. Like, let's be honest. I had to sell though. It's just... I didn't think it'd be that bad. It was bad. Like, real bad. I didn't even know that the quest has dialogue. I haven't even done them yet. Yeah, all of them have unique dialogues. So I think in total there's like seven sets of characters, because obviously, you know, you have your 7 sets of schools. Like Storm Mummy. I think it was like an Icemander or something. I don't know. It's like something. Life Elf, and they come in a series of quests. So one of them has 4 ranks, which means there's 4 stories in total. And then some have 3, which means like 3 stories in total.
This is new. Here lies Sutek the Redeemer, who fought the pharaohs, who doused the flames of war, and who died protecting Krakatopia. Storm is a chaotic thing, Wizard, but power can be directed toward better ends. We may strike like lightning, but we can cleanse a raging inferno and dampen the undying monsters. I don't know what we just did, if we revealed history or changed it, but I could not have done it without you. Thank you,
and the power
friend.
of the credit card, because your
And
spells
goodbye.
are trash. Honestly, that was worth 400 crowns, though. Like, I just didn't want to be there anymore. I was tired. I was just tired. I was like, there's no shot.
Hey, where's your friend? Oh, well, that's too bad. He wasn't the storm icon we wanted, but he did the job. You encountered Maximus Voltus after all? Well, that's swell. What do you mean he was myth? That can't be. He's a storm icon. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. You altered time. You changed Sutek's story. Or Maximus did. That can't be possible. That suggests a corruption of magic beyond anything.
This is bad news.
I I need to think about this because this should not be happening.
Well, I think about it. You should run some errands for me. Where was the fish? Origami fish in Mushu. Okay, I know where that is. It's a stormfish in Mushu. I think in Jade Palace specifically. Yeah, technically that's the quickest way. Tours, let's go! They should low-key add permanent henchmen similar to Pyro 101 companions. I know, that'd be nice. Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs? I'm pretty sure I have enough energy for this. Also, we're only gonna level up one time, so... yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Are you finished with those errands? Nope. Not even close. I'm pretty sure it's here, right? Let me see. I gotta look it up for a quick sec. By the way, if you are enjoying the stream, make sure to like the stream. Helps out the channel immensely on the YouTube side. Origami fish. I'm pretty sure this is Jade Palace fish. It's a rank 2 fish in Jade Palace, the stormfish. So let's do that. Rank 2. Have you actually been just doing weaving? Apparently, yes. Yeah, unfortunately, yes. Unfortunately, it was like the worst thing I've ever done. Hey, but on the bright side, Nathaniel, I now have like good background footage for whenever I do storm weaving. Oh, and that's whenever I do my analysis or like discussion about weaving. There you go. That's what I meant to say. So it's not all that bad. I have background footage now. But I've always been wanting to talk about weaving, but since I didn't really do it that much, I didn't think I was qualified to talk about it. But now that I've done it for a while, yeah, I'm more than qualified to talk about it. This is supposed to be the Tartarsauce stream? Bruh. Watch the footage be corrupted? You know, you might be right. I don't need the audio, I just need the footage. That's all that matters. The footage could literally be in like 2 times speed, it doesn't matter. It's not gonna grab audio, there's no way it'll corrupt that badly. It's okay, we're doing tartar sauce now, it'll be fine. I only have enough for like one thing. There's literally no stormfish here. Where the stormfish at? Well, there goes that. Y'all making me hungry. All right, here we go. We're gonna finally do the secret bosses, guys. Listen, this was important too, okay? All of this is important for the walkthrough. We're trying to get back to just the main story. It's all important. One way or another. I also got some storm jewels, so that's actually kind of nice. It'll be nice for my storm wizard that I'm questing with for like maybe a few hours at best, and then have to replace it with 6 pierce jewels because I already have those. I have the 6% pierce ones. All right, we need to talk to everybody here.
Good wizard, you have proven yourself time and again. You have won such accolades and awards, even the immortals are impressed. Have you heard of the Pit of the Noxie? It is a stadium beneath Olympus, devoted to the warrior spirit and dueler's craft. The most fearsome and notorious gladiator of all time, Democharis, was trapped there by Zeus and his brothers, Poseidon and Hades. If you are truly confident in your abilities, Zeus welcomes you to try your wits against Gladiator Democharis. If you best Democharis, you will forever be known as a supreme gladiator. And if you fail, your name will still be recorded by the poets.
Democharis. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Thing I was talking about earlier. So notice how Monster Mash actually has a parentheses on? For some reason it doesn't explain this, but another spell that has a parentheses on as well is a spell I was using during Azteca when I got it. Avenging Fossil. So essentially, long story short, what it should mean is that for every, in this case, for every weakness that's being gambited, you gain 1 power pip back, and then you do damage. So what I'm assuming here is that if we follow by the same logic, for every weakness that's being gambited, you're going to be adding 130 death damage to the spell. So this is essentially like adding an enchant. Assuming that you know, gambit up to 3 weaknesses, it'll be around the same value as an enchant. Probably more. Yeah, probably be more. So we get a better enchant, of course.
I wonder, Wizard, are you merciful and kind too? An aged airship from afar sailed here on her last cruise. But instead of a peaceful voyage, she was dragged below by a monstrous sand squid, a terrifying creature. But the tragedy is not complete. Her crew is still trapped inside the ship. They are sure to drown or be eaten if you do not help. Will you battle the sand squid of Atlantia and free the trapped crew?
So there's 3 Seeker bosses, 1 per dungeon. We're gonna start with Gladiator first.
Wizard, I have already tasked you with the impossible, to venture into the underworld and battle the Shadow of Death, Hades himself. However, wise Athena wanted me to tell you of another challenge that waits below. Cronus, father of Zeus, Poseidon, and Hades, is a spirit of chaos and hope.
Are you winning?
He's trapped forever in the cave.
I guess you could say I am so far. What's up, Benda? Yeah, I did some spell weaving for like 2 hours because that whole quest line was doo-doo.
If you were to brave the cave of Nyx,
I had to buy a henchman.
Cronus, Athena says there is no telling what secrets you might learn from him.
I had to buy a freaking henchman just to do it. It was crazy. Before you fight the sand squid, pack convictions in the side and socket a lot of stun resist opals. Unfortunately, I don't have stun resist opals, however, I could buy convictions. I was thinking of buying that in the first place, actually. Stun resist opals are auctionable? Oh yeah, you're right. I'm poor though. In real life and in game. We're just gonna bank with the conviction card. What's the worst that can happen? Famous last words. Do I have my... Okay, I have plenty. How's my reshuffles looking? Pretty alright. Welcome, possibly go wrong? I know, right? Exactly. Let's see. I wish I was able to train lightning bats though. But I don't think anyone does like damage DOTs though, to my knowledge. Alright, we'll take it fight per fight. See how it goes. Alright, let's go ahead and look up Cronus real quick. I mean, not Cronus. Gladiator. Hopefully no one's around because I'm going to solo. No cheats, huh? Yeah, I guess if you can call it a cheat, it'll be the fact that like when he hits you with a natural attack, it'll be like a minus 60%. Yeah, there it is. Natural attack gives a minus 75% weakness, which is why we're carrying a handful of evil snowmans. And for the shield spam, the plan is going to be Deer Knight. Actually, I already have a main deck version. That should definitely do it. Let's see. However, if we're gonna make this spell work, then I think instead of using this, we're gonna utilize Spirit Blades. And then pack hella convictions, because we're gonna need them. Alright, let's do it.
What comes before me? A wizard to battle me? Father of war and fang and claw? Let me taste the way that sounds. You have come to the slaughterhouse of Olympus, little wizard, and you are the meat.
Alright, let's see how this goes. It's gonna be interesting. I wish I had Purge or something. That would have been nice too. Being first is pretty fantastic, I'm not gonna lie. I can't even complain. Okay, let's see. So with Gladiator here, he's gonna do quite a bit to me, but it's fine. No, we can handle it. I probably should have drawn at least once though to find certain cards that I needed. It's fine though. Let's see what he does. Savage Paw, not the worst in the world. They give him all the shields known to man, but it's fine. Let's see. Squid. Yes. Oh, okay, I see. There's the Frost Giant we've all been knowing and waiting for. That mantle is toxic, dude. Still got 2 rounds of this. Actually gonna do this. Draw. Okay, that's not bad. Kinda found what we needed. Luckily with the extra depth accuracy should help a little bit. So let's take a look at the squid thing. You got a squid minion, 3000 health. You have another squid minion, 3000 health. A sand squid, so this is the main guy. I think this should be enough, actually. These 3 blades should be enough for the minion. We should be fine. Let's see, sand squid. Tentacles block you from rescuing 2 adventurous travelers of Marleybone. You must defeat them all to rescue for the quest. Okay. My tendrils are endless. If at least 1 sand squid tentacle boss is still present, any tentacle minions defeated this round will respawn in 2 rounds. If a boss has been defeated when this cheat activates, a minion will spawn in its place. If 1 boss tentacle and 2 tentacle minions are defeated, then the cheat will no longer activate and no more tentacles will respawn. Whenever Wizard casts a healing spell... Wow, he died. he straight up died. I wasn't even paying attention. My man's just, you know, rest in peace, bro. He's gone. When a wizard casts a healing spell, each enemy will cast an aftershock. Okay. Pet may cast do not activate this cheat. Okay, so that's the cheat for that guy. It's not the worst thing in the world. Here's a natural attack. Luckily, you don't really need Evil Snowman for this. Not really. You just take it off normally. Honestly, that's doing a considerable amount of damage, though. Oh, that could be really good, actually, for later. Just pass for now. See what he does. I mean, that's not the worst thing in the world. Okay, well, the technical doesn't seem too bad, though. There's 2 sand squid technicals, so... Doesn't say anything about trap stacking, though. Honestly, just go for the hit. Before he decides doing something funny. Like a weakness again. Also, this could probably be enough to kill. Actually, maybe it's not. Be close, though. Yeah, it's very close now. So yeah, there's 2 sand squid technicals, so 2 bosses. I think the strat for this is going to be... They're both myth, right? Oh, that sucks. The fact that they're myth is a little unfortunate. I think the strat is probably just going to be trap stack. Yeah, just trap stack and then just go for the kill. That should be enough. Let's see if he does the natural attack or not. He doesn't. This should probably be GG even without the weakness gambit. So, long story short, probably want to go for a very strong AoE with this one. And then just trap stack. But if you do defeat one of the bosses, the worst that will happen is just more minions come on the way. That's it. It's not terrible.
Take your reward, wizard. If I ever free myself of these chains, Olympus, the immortals, and you too will pay.
1 down, 3 to go.
You defeated Gladiator Demacaris, a paragon of war and battle. The poets and singers will never forget you. You will be known as Supreme Gladiator, as a symbol of your victory.
Okay, so it doesn't look like these guys can weakness you, so you're fine on that department. However, you will have to worry about the potential earthquake. With that being said, I think the best course of action for this one is honestly probably just using straight up traps. They can't count the traps. You could use blades if you want to, just not yet. Wait, where's the squid at? Oh, do I have to do a little bit of the dungeon, maybe? Maybe not. Hold on. Yeah, let me through.
You dare approach the gates of Atlantia without permission? Your
Yep.
bones will wash up with the tide.
I see, all myth. Okay. So you don't really need to worry about a lot, except for like stuns. Stun gaming, that's what you gotta worry about. Hello? Bell? Wiz? Hello? There you go, now it wants to work. Yeah, you can't use empowerment either, because then you have to worry about the stuns all the time. However, you just really need it for these two. And then probably go for, like, some cheap blades if you can. Should definitely do the job. The worst that can happen is you have to reshuffle, so that's fine. The risk I'm willing to take.
Oh no! Another victim for the sand squid! You are a wizard? Quickly then, defeat the many tentacles and you might have a chance!
Not true. I have to actually go for everyone. Unfortunately. Okay, first of all, I want first though. Yeah, we're definitely not doing this while going second. Going second is essentially a death sentence for this fight. Under the sea. See, I told you we were gonna do tartar sauce. I told y'all. Alright, hopefully we get first this time. That'd be great. That'd be fantastic, y'all. If we were to get first. Thank you. Ask and you shall receive, as they say. Eventually, they're gonna slow down with the attacks. Eventually. I don't know when, but eventually they're gonna slow down. I say once we're done with like trapping and stuff, it could be a good time to use some blades. Worst that can happen, I gotta reshuffle. You know, honestly, what I should have packed is Empower. That would have been useful. Alright, let's see. The first of stun gaming. Do they get the stun? Nope. They have 4 opportunities. Actually, they have more than 4 opportunities, but they have a handful of opportunities. Alright, second Medusa. Does stun gaming come through? 'Tis a big gamble, as they say. Nope. 2 for 2. Alright. Let's see what this is. If I do get stunned by anything, make it like a 1-round stun, if anything. That's probably the best one to get stunned by. It's not the worst one. Nope. 3 for 3. We may have to Scarecrow earlier than I thought. Luckily, they are slowing down a lot now, since they no longer have the pips. Alright, here's another one. Another Medusa coming in hot. Now, do they get the stun or not? That's a block, that's good for me. But the more important thing is the stun. 4 for 4. Yeah, we gotta do the early Scarecrow. I don't think there's a universe where I can't do the Scarecrow. We need to get the health back. And stat. The worst that will happen is he'll just summon the smaller guys, which is like not the worst thing in the world. 5 for 5. Alright, this is a big one. But it is what I think it is. Yep, that's a big one. Okay. Listen, it's quite a bit of a gamble here, guys, but this is definitely my option. Let's see. Can we get 6 for 6? 6 for 6. No stun gaming today. Alright, we gotta remove these guys. We're getting our balance pips now, but more importantly, we're gonna get our health back, which is the most important part. In the meantime, since he's gonna summon more minions, let's take a look at Cronus. So that did 18k. Two feints, it's 18k. Please get stunned. The animation, though, they put all the budget there, guys. That's where all the budget went, on that animation right there. Okay. For now... we can set up for this guy now. They don't have enough to stun me, not yet anyway. And if they do stun me, it's not the worst thing in the world now. We got it. They're summoning the tendrils again. Okay, that one definitely has enough. Get ready. Sun Gaming's coming back, guys. So it begins again. Oh, not yet. Eventually. Earthquake, that's actually not bad. Actually, that's preferable. And I blocked it, so that's great. 450. No stun gaming. Not yet, not yet. Here's the other scarecrow I needed. Honestly, we're kind of chilling. We could just wait for some pips. They for real need a bigger budget, so y'all gotta go buy them packs and bundles. How much more do they need? Alright, let's see, Stun Gaming. Alright, that's 7 for 7. I think. I may have lost count. Alright, here's another stun. Can we get 8 for 8? Eight for 8. Okay, they're slowly coming back. We're gonna start blading up a little bit. By the numbers, I mean, like, not really, but since it's a 90% chance of resisting stun, by the numbers, right? There is technically a chance I can, you know, not resist a stun, right? If it's like the 10th one. No, not the earthquake! Oh, you hate to see it. I was afraid of that. That's unfortunate. I got too greedy. I got too greedy. Yeah, I got too greedy there. To be completely real with you. Oh man, I should have just gone for the scarecrow. I got too greedy though. Oh, there you go, chat. That's the stun. There you go. Nathaniel, where you at? Nathaniel, where you at? There you go. What you've been waiting for. Stun gaming. Yeah, there you go. It only took the 9th one. Honestly though, like, that's pretty good. That's a phenomenal record. Only 9. It took like 9 set of stuns for me to get stunned. Now they can't do a stun per se. However, they could do a decent bit of damage, especially if I do this for myself. Let's go for the Scarecrow right away. Alright, let's take a look at Cronus. Every round, Cronus will cast a Sun spell that places a 40% trap for the following schools. Let's say balance, death, fire, ice, myth, life, and storm. So just say all schools. Let's see. Every 4 rounds, he will interrupt with Lord of Night on a random wizard. When the wizard places a trap on him, he will place a marked stun block on himself. Cronus will only place up to 1 marked stun block on himself, regardless of how many traps are placed on him, until he is attacked with a non-DOT spell. When attacked by a single target spell, a cleanse word will be cast on him, removing all traps and the marked stun block. Vaporize can dispel this cheat. Spells that only place a DOT on Cronus will not remove the mark. Okay, he's gonna summon more of these stupid henchmen. In fact, because of this, I might have to reshuffle. Attacks alone will never hurt me. If any wizard attacks without placing a trap on him, Cronus will interrupt and cast his natural attack of the opposite school of the wizard. Okay. Math, if it's a storm damage spell, it'll be myth natural attack with the myth damage. Okay, got it. Casting a balance damage spell will result in Cronus using a natural attack of storm. Multiple damage spells such as Minotaur will trigger the cheat twice. All enemy damage will also trigger this cheat. DOT spells will trigger the cheat only for the initial hit. DOT spells will trigger the cheat only on the initial hit. Any astral spells trigger an unknown damage school. Oh, interesting. Okay. Very interesting. Shadow spells will trigger an unknown damage school. Got it. And his spell arsenal include pretty much some blades. There's no enemies coming up, so he's GG's. A natural attack that does 40% trap, essentially. Okay, Lord of Night, natural, okay, Basilisk, Celestial Calendar, Luminous Weaver, natural attack, Spiny Sword. He's also with a couple minions. They're not too strong though. It's a fire minion, a life minion, and a myth minion that don't respawn, to my knowledge.
Amazing work, good wizard. If you'd be so kind to free us and set us in the right direction for home, we'd be most grateful.
And then let's see what else we got. Okay. He has a boost to me. He resists balance only. Man, it sucks to be balanced, huh? I mean, nice. That was pretty good. Oh, I am so sorry. That was a force of habit. My bad. You will never get to see the dialogue, chat. That's such a habit. It's such a habit of mine when questing. It's just to skip dialogue. That habit. Okay, so long story short, empowerment can be useful here, kind of. The only drawback here, the Lord of Night will give me a healing debuff, which is not the worst thing in the world. It's actually not bad. Let's see. Yeah, the only problem is I'm only going to try to deal with 1 trap, so that's not going to be useful. So yeah, Evil Snowman wouldn't be that useful here. Yeah, take down the minions, ASAP, deal with Cronus after. He can't... Let's see... It seems like Cronus uses mostly the Spirit Schools. He can use the Fire School, but he does use like Myth, Life, and Death primarily. I can use that to my advantage. Okay, I have a plan, chat. Here's the plan. If you were to remove, like, these weaknesses, we'll have the threefold fever. But I think the plan is just gonna be, specifically, just kind of go for, like, a pretty big attack. Monster Mash, Scarecrow. Yo, why is it like I'm just like, why does it smell like pizza? That was pretty good. Pretty genius. Oh, well, that was pretty good. Alright, chat. This one shouldn't be too hard. The plan here... It's an endurance battle, kind of. But essentially, you got the Monster Mash, set up the Monster Mash, got the Scarecrow, in case he wants to, you know, be cheeky, remove these weaknesses. I'll just use this. Monster Mash it. Should be like a one-hit kill. Something like that. But we gotta deal with the minions first, of course. So, there's that. If only I had empowerment. Oh, I do, actually. Alright, here we go. Oh, where am I going? This way. To Cronus! Yeah, honestly with the minions, like, they're pretty weak, so... Honestly, anything can kill them. I can just breathe on them and they die, so... It's fine. Let's switch to Storm, you know, just for this blade, really. Pretty strong blade. Should I have a ship of fools just in case? Nah, I think one Scarecrow should be just enough.
I am Cronus. I am the father of Demeter and Hestia, Hades and Hera, Poseidon and even little Zeus. You are a speck of dust, less than dust. You are a drop of sweat on my foot.
That's nasty.
I will consume you now.
That's disgusting, bro. What are you doing? Here we go. Take care of the minions ASAP. That is not what I wanted round one. There you go. So I think we're gonna get hit with the Astral Spell. Oh no, never mind. I think by Astral Spell, I think they meant like the Maycast Astral Spells. You know, like the ones from the I think it was that Halloween pack, right? The one with the eye that gives you like a shift something. I think that's what they meant about like, oh, Astral Spells will trigger the sheet. So they mean like hits specifically, not using Astral Magic, which is good. Good for me. It doesn't matter to me. I'm getting pips no matter what. I'm getting my momentum, sir. You know what's funny is how faster this was in comparison to doing the spell weaving quest, guys. If I was just doing Aquila and that was it, like this would have been like at most like a 1 hour stream. That's crazy. On the bright side, y'all get to just hear me yap the entire time. How does that feel? Let's see, what's this? Oh, I see. Yeah, if the sand squid fight was shorter than the weaving quest, something's very wrong in that department. Well, I'm a death wizard, so like, that's also part of the reason, because I simply just kind of go for the, whatchamacallit, I go for the whole, drains and stuff. If I was doing this on my ice, for example, which I probably would because it's a side quest, but I don't know, we'll see about that one. I'm not too confident on doing it on ice, I'll be real with you. Unless somehow Ice Gold managed to do it, I'm not sure if I'm too confident. But essentially, right? Being death really helps a lot because of the drains and stuff. The drains are what really keeps you alive in a lot of these battles because of endurance. If I'm on the Ice Wizard though, I will probably have to rock a healing build. And pretty much it would have been like twice as long. Just because I'm probably going to be focusing on healing and I need to blade up more. But I can't blade up more because they're just going to use Earthquake. So I probably would have been healing a lot and using a lot of traps. I think he did Gladiator on Deafing and that's it. Yeah, Gladiator, I think anyone could do Gladiator, honestly. You'll just have to counteract his weaknesses if they're there. That's all you have to do. It's not that bad. This should be enough, I think. Like, I think, personally, I think Gold could do Gladiator. Anyone could do Gladiator, in my opinion. As long as you're able to counteract those weaknesses, you're fine. That's like his main thing. Cronus, maybe. You just have to take care of the minion ASAP. You have to be fast. Take care of the minions ASAP. With like a really strong hit. And then just go for a, just like, do like your regular feint strategy. And then that should probably do it. I think the one he'll struggle is the squid, unironically. He'll struggle with the squid. I think if he wanted to do the squid, in my opinion, he will have to go for a, he'll have to go for, like a myth set resist pet. If he wants to do it. Like, I say, have a myth set resist pet, get yourself a, what's it called? Myth set resist pet. Maybe like the myth ring from Aquila, not Aquila, Azteca. That's like the one great thing about Azteca is like those set resistance rings are insane. And then that should do it. That should do the trick. Also, like, if you have trap gambits could also be very helpful here. But I think the only school that can do that, to my knowledge, is like Life. Yeah, who could do trap gambits, actually? Let me see. I think it's just mostly Life. I love how this feels like faster than yeah, this was like much quicker in comparison to doing the freaking Spellement thing. That's sad. That's really sad. I probably should have done like another set of weaknesses though. That would have been good. What? Oh, you know what? Spell weaving. Spell weaving centaur. Actually, can Isis even learn that? I think it's just a life thing only, huh? Oh wait, that's not even trap based. It's weakness based. I forgot. Yeah, basically, long story short, what you would need to do for Cronus is gonna be just deal with the minions ASAP. You know, get some load off of you, and then once you're done with the minions, you can just simply trap stack a boss. You're good. He doesn't really do anything that's like too crazy, except for the trap spam. And if you can counter that and have some value out of it, then yeah, by all means, go for it. Like, life can counter him really well. Banshee could be pretty good against in this fight too. If you were to use Banshee in this fight, like the Green Blight, I'm not sure who can train that, but that will clear 3 traps and apply a minus 55 infection. 3 of them, which would be perfect if you want to just do a combo with this spell, Monster Mash. I mean, there's a lot you could do with it. I think this is GG's, by the way, because that's a lot of buffs here. It's 2, but it's enough. Yeah, that absorb means nothing, dude. $22K, yeah, get one-shotted. Your son was better.
You do not agree with me. Take your puny reward and leave me in my darkness.
I find it funny this was shorter than the freaking rank 2 storm weaving. Is it rank 2? I think no, it might be rank. Was it rank 2 or rank 3? What rank I am? Apprentice Weaver? That means rank 2, right? Right? I don't know. I don't know anymore. That's crazy.
You danced along the edge of the abyss and dealt a blow to the spirit of chaos. I will call you Bearer of the Silver Sickle to remember your great victory.
Yippee! My grand achievement. I got Wave Tamer, Supreme Gladiator, Bearer of the Silver Sickle. Oh, what's this? Oh, that's cool. So you get a reward for doing all the secret bosses. Thank you. Yeah, that's my new title. Immortal Games Champion. Yes, sir. I haven't done weaving since it came out. Shit was ass. It can be useful. But yeah, you're right, it's ass. The process of going through all that is trash. The benefits you can get from it vary, but there definitely is benefits. I can't lie and say there's no benefits. There's definitely benefits out there. My recommendation, personally, just go for, if you only care for getting an extra buff, go for Storm. If you're a balance wizard though, go for Life. It's trash to do, but the benefits are high. You start off with a Oasis, like an Oasis aura, which is gonna be like a balance aura. It's a balance convert aura. It converts your balance damage into life damage. Most people do Storm, but I think that's a mistake. If you have a little bit of extra time, I personally recommend going for Life, because if you're going against a balance enemy, balances don't boost off of elemental schools. They boost off of spirit schools. So, in that case, having something like this will be a lot more useful because your balance damage is now being converted into life damage, and you add a 30% buff to that, plus the buff from the incoming boost from balance bosses. So you're going to be doing a buttload more damage. And if you do the rank 4, you're going to get a blade version of it, in the case that the boss actually has an anti-aura cheat, which could be useful. Yeah, that's just my opinion. Other than that, I don't know, it's just up to you. I thought I clicked my Heavenly Palace, but I didn't apparently. But yeah, that's pretty much everything. I don't think there's anything else that we're missing now for some side stuff that I wanted to do at level 90. Yeah, because I wanted to see, like... Well, actually, it'd be more useful if I was to check on my ice instead of my death, but... I'm just curious if I have any trap counters that I can learn. But that will mean you'll have to do yet another series of quests, another series of chores. However, on the bright side, now that you've done, like, the storm stuff stays. It just means that you have to change to a different class, have a different set of, like, quests and different set of chores to do. Technically, it's the same, but most of it's different. And the only bad thing about switching your weaving school is like this, right? So you go to crafting, right? Notice how like there's like pierce jewels you can get. So if you were to switch your weaving school, unfortunately, you have to forcefully give this away. You have to give up this. So you have to basically craft it all over again. And they require quite a bit of weaved yarn. Various amounts depending on your level, but they do require quite a bit. So just something to keep in mind. Although farming for this is actually not as bad. There's the storm one's the best one. Do the storm one, the first boss that's there, it's pretty easy to just kind of like go for a one-shot or, well, pretty easy, like, you know, just trying to do a little bit of somewhat counter. What I've noticed is that you can use something like, instead of waiting for the card to be given to you, you can use any card that counteracts its DOT. Use lightning bats, for example. Lightning bats, go for the kill, you're done. It's that simple. It's really easy. Very fast too. And that's how I got a lot of wreath yarn. But yeah, rank 4 for Storm will give you an aura. But I actually want to see, like, you know, what gives me like an anti... Okay, it was this spell. This spell would have been my anti-trap. The only question I have now is, what would it be for an ice wizard, for example? Honestly, we haven't touched the this walkthrough character in a while. I mean, this playthrough character in a while. I want to see what the anti-trap would have been for ice. I think for this one we're doing storm weaving. I should have storm weaving. Maybe I haven't done it yet. No, I haven't. No, I haven't done it yet. I'm not at the level for it yet. What I did do though, I got rank 6 fishing, which is what you need to make things a little bit easier when you're doing the weaving quest. Since all you really have to do is just fish and then 2 other things. Fishing is a little bit easier. It just requires some energy. That's it. Actually, since I haven't unlocked it on her, might as well get it on my ice. Does my ice have anything? Possible he may not. Man, he has not done any freaking training point quests. Look at all these free training points I could have gotten. Crazy. Surely I could just go inside Selenopolis on this wizard, right? Yep, I was right, guys. Starro was down. All the Hoyo games were completely down. So if I were to wait, we would have been waiting like I would have been waiting for like 2 hours for like nothing, because apparently it's still down. That's insane. I wonder if they got attacked, like a DDoS or something. Kind of like what happened to Wiz that one time. So, the thing I'm trying to figure out, what would be the equivalent for the anti-traps in the case you wanted to use it against Cronus? If all you cared about was utilizing a utility, what would it be? We know for sure it's definitely not freaking balance. Clear 3, heal overtimes. Okay, so not worth it. Clear 2 damage overtimes. Gotta be life, yeah, it'll be life. So it will be the Mountain Man. Some life damage, clear 5 traps for 35% traps. Which, for some reason, this is just a perfect Cronus counter. That's insane. But obviously, you probably would have been just fine. Why is this a better description? Crazy. You probably would have just been fine with, like, you know, Leprechaun or something. This is kind of cool. I actually kind of like this spell. I feel like, low-key, with the new life spell, right? This would have been your go-to spell. However, it requires you investing into fire weaving, and it also requires you into dual schooling, get the jewels and all that. It's a lot of work. But if you want to get the full like value of like the new life spell that now detonates, like I think it's 3 overtimes, 130%. So we're talking about 30% blade per tick. This would have been your spell for a combo at least. Pretty deadly combo, honestly. Alright, well, I think that'll be it for me today, guys. I'm gonna end it here. I hope you guys did enjoy today's stream. Next time, on the Death Walkthrough, it is now time for us to finally do Darkmoor. So we are gonna be doing not Darkmoor, Chrysalis. I need to stop getting those confused. But we're gonna finally be doing Chrysalis next time. I'm not sure if I'll stream this next week. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll definitely give some time for Zoe to shine, because she hasn't really been on the scene for a while, so maybe we'll go to this character. But if you want to stay up to date, check out the community tab on my YouTube channel. Link for the Twitch people should be like in the about section, or you could just follow me on Twitter